Just so I don't bury the lead, the last word in the title is but. During warm-ups in one of my classes, a bunch of my students will start making this noise. Do 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 do. And if you don't know what that means, I can't help you. But one of the gentlemen who commented on my forum the other day mentioned that my butt sticks out in some of my stances, and he's absolutely right. So today I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to try to fix it. Normal human posture, there's a curve in the low spine, the lumbar spine, and the butt does stick out. If you had a tail, it would go behind you, okay? But, funny every time. But good karate posture is not the same as good casual posture. So in karate, when we're in a stance, we activate the glutes, we push the pelvis forward. This gives us pressure in the stance forward, drive forward, and it links the kinetic chain. So the power from the legs comes up through the glutes, through the core, which is also activated, and then out through the arms. That's the idea. So it's an important focus, and that's what I'm going to do today. Thanks for watching. It's from a song, everybody, just in case you're curious. What you gonna do with that big fat, you know. Alright, so here's Jion. I'm using a wider filter and I'm too far away, but the morning has begun already and I don't have time to refilm. So, enjoy this distant Jion. I can say focusing on my butt really helps to activate my posterior chain. So the techniques felt good, the stances felt more settled, and actually my balance feels better too. So definitely something to think about more. I usually go through phases in my training where I'll focus on particular things. Recently I've been focusing on the shoulders for the extension speed of punches and other techniques. But, I think I may have to go back to thinking about the stance and specifically what my glutes are doing. I went through a little phase that kind of helped with this where I was focusing on my back leg. So if I was coming into a leaning stance, I focused on the back leg, boom, and push, bang. You can kind of see it right there in the leaning stance on the low block. I do that application, or I use that thought process. Boom. It's a little harder on a horse stance like that. It's a little harder on a fighting stance like that, although you can think of screwing the rear leg down into the ground and then whipping around that base. That's sort of how I imagine it. This guy looks super pretty. I'll give it that. I really like the timing that I've settled on there. I'm not sure why. That one looked okay. I will say this for the wide angle. I don't go out of frame on this next punch. Boom. And we move. Bang. That, I think, is probably a better angle on the arm. Worse weight allocation on the fighting stance, though. My weight was in the center. It should have been on the back leg. Thinking about the glutes here, too. I drop it on that one a little bit, but then it's back here. Bang. Hips are more underneath. Bang. Hips are more underneath. Looks pretty good. Boom. Thinking about the glutes on in a horse stance activates some different muscles. It's interesting. And there we have it. Day 36. Oh my goodness. We're nearing the end. And then I'll do something different. I'll do a new form. But I'd like to keep this series going. If you're enjoying it, leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscription, please. It helps me out a lot. Thanks very much, everyone.